From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Do it. Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! Watch the screen, watch the screen. Check it. Hey, alert! Check that screen. Hey, come on.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go,
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Let's bring it. 21. Watch twins. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 21. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Burton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Here we go. Wait, check back 27. 12, fellas. Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On the carry, here's Clement. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Chip throw is Garoppolo. That is caught by Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
11. Hey, Alpha.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Get it.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd down. Cummins gets this one to Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
First down, Chicago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Undercross, 21. Here we go. 47 to Mike.
Garoppolo.
Just like that.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Check 26, check 26, check 3, check 3.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Operating from the gun. Cummins is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Cummins airing it out deep for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert! 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 6!
Now Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go,
so from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throw. It's 3rd down and 7.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go, D.
Looking to throw on second down. Cummins. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
11.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Looking deep for Gabriel. He's got a man. Complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd and long.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Kill.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he completes it to Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Ready? 45. Mike, 45.
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check 45. Protein spill. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Cummins looking deep for Hilton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And this will be taken at the 13. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. They can't hang with us. 21. Check Mike 47.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Check. 13. White. You draw forfeits.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Hey, gun.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
218.
From the gun, Cummins. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
30 base.
Operating from the gun, Cummins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
2nd and 6.
Here we go. 180!
Check 56. We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. 180!
Push him back. Push him back.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo steps away to his left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The tackle by Ken Crawley. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Cummins looking long for Thomas, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Second and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20! 21, 21.
Check pass, check pass. Set,
General West!
check. Back.
On second down and 4, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go, here we go. Like 80!
Target. Check 13. Check 13.
Lock.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his 4th touchdown on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
45 to Mike. Time to go, night.
Get it.
To throw on second down, Cummins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Cummins. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also...
And this will be caught at the 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go,
so the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got Burton here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side. Instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Omaha.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
Here we go. 180. 27 Mike, 27. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
I got you.
They'll try and run here with Clement. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180. Strip that ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Check 31. Check
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Demir Bird with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 1. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks, his second sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Looking to throw. Cummins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Cummins. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Hey, seam six.
On fourth down, Cummins. The open man is Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
70,
Throwing on first down. Cummins. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Foxtrot. Check Mike 45.
On first down, Cummins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's third and inches. They'll try and run for it with Smith, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
53 is the mic. Big down.
On fourth down. Cummins, and he's not able to get away, sacked back at the 22. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't
been hot.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bears, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.